We do this for the culture. Yeah. You can tell I stay fly just by looking at my kicks. $1 million mind frame with plans to get rich. Kicks and culture.
So one of the things that we're going to talk about is, let's talk about upkeep. So Brandi B, Tamekia, and the Guru. What are some things that people need to do to keep their upkeep, whether it comes to hairstyle or makeup? What are some things, Tamekia?
Upkeep, comb your hair.
Comb your hair.
It's important.
Yeah.
I'm an old school person, so strictly my opinion, a bonnet is not acceptable, but that's how I feel.
Totally not acceptable.
You know, we come from a people of, back in the day, your mom didn't let you go out looking like anything. And I stick by that. So you don't have to always go to a stylist or anything like that, but take pride in how you look when you step out. Comb your hair, it's okay.
It's the same thing with guys. So guys, like, as far as no do-rags, anything like that?
No.
It's a personal preference, but I don't know that you represent yourself everywhere you go, every day of your life. Step out right.
Because your style, well, not really your style, but your hair is part of your outfit, so to speak.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Like for me, because of what I do. It's so serious for me. I see your head before I see anything you wear.
Really?
But that's for me.
Yeah.
So, I have people who, of course, y'all know, and it's a culture thing, they'll give you the last to get the hair done. Because it's that serious.
Right. Yeah.
So remember that at all times. No, it doesn't have to be professionally done, but let's keep it tight. Let's look good.
Anything for just like washing it and moisturizing.
Everyone doesn't have the means to do so, but they're shampoo and condition. We wash clothes, we don't wash hair.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So shampoo and condition, you get your little wrap. It's about to be summertime, so braids are in, but it's not about just going to a professional. It's about just looking basically presentable. There are things you can do at home and look presentable. Just look presentable.
Okay. All right. So when it comes to clothing, the Guru, is the same thing essential to that? Like what's a good upkeep for clothing?
Most definitely, like clothing. Your clothing should be pressed and ironed when you leave home. You should always be well put together, never sloppy. I think we've gotten accustomed to the athleisure attire right now, the hooping or basketball shorts as they may say, with a t-shirt and slide, which is okay. But I mean, you still can look presentable even if you're going to the grocery store.
True. Correct. Yeah. And I can definitely understand that because you do go into the grocery store, you see some things and just like...
Yeah, and even piggybacking on what Tamekia said with me doing wardrobe styling, clothing, I normally start with shoes. If you got on dirty shoes, that just tell me a whole lot about that person.
Yeah.
And I just start shoes up, and I just be like, you want to go iron it today, press it. You could at least throw it in the dryer. Yeah. It's not good, but.
Brandi, are you like that also? Can you tell when makeup is not kept up pretty good?
I don't really care because that's not my face. It's just one of those things that you have to know. Everybody's not educated on that.
Right. True.
So I do feel like it's very important down to just moisturizer. Like a lot of people don't even know that they need to wear moisturizer every day. Like whether you got dry skin or oily skin, it's different moisturizer for that. So you kind of need to know those things. And if you want to wear makeup, just leave it in your soft girl era. Don't be doing all that extra stuff.
Right. Wait, it's the what now?
Soft girl era.
What's that?
Stand down and just be a soft, feminine woman or man, whatever you want to do.
Right.
But, get a soft look. And I have the makeup cheat code book. Let me plug that.
Okay.
And it's teaching the girls how to do their makeup step by step, whatever you need, down to, like I was saying, the skin. Because a lot of people don't like to wear makeup, but you need you can't be out there looking at your face.
I know some females like that. Like, I don't want to wear makeup, but the thing of it is why? I mean, I think everybody can add a small foundation or something to enhance the beauty. you know, God did make a lot of us naturally beautiful, but at the same but at the same time, I feel like some type of foundation, soft girl look. I totally get what you're saying when you said it. I never heard that term, but that's dope. But yeah, that I guess what I'm trying to say is come out the house at least trying to look presentable.
Exactly.
Every single time.
Groom, brows.
Right.
If you growing a little mustache, hair for the face, get it off. Get it off. It you know, it's all a part of, you know, your presentation.
I want to piggyback on something Tamekia said. The part that I want to look at is, do you think people, you know, you do hair, Brandon, your style, Brandon B, you are makeup and lash and everything else. Do you think people respect you all's time?
Absolutely.
And I know people want. I want what I want. I want this beautification process. I want my clothes to look great. I want my hair to look good. I want my face beat. You know, but I think sometimes people don't respect the time that you all put into your craft, but they want to look like $1 million.
Absolutely.
So do you think that people respect who you are as a person? They only respect you, I think, when they sit in your chair. But do you think people respect your time?
No, but that's one of those things, like, they don't know. We're on one side, they're on the other side.
Right.
So it's kind of like, they're like, okay, I'm 20 minutes late, I'm running behind, but where you going? Because you can't go here.
Right.
Like, because you have a system set up.
Right.
So it's kind of like, I have this policy where, you know, if you're 15 minutes late, okay, but I'm not going to tell you because I don't want you to think that you got 15 minutes.
Because things happen.
If things happen.
Right.
Now, it may be a time where I may be running a little late. I'm going to call you. So I expect that. Give me a heads up. Maybe it's going to work out. So it's just kind of like, respect my time. I'm going to respect your time and try to understand. But it's a lot of times where we don't get breaks. We can schedule a break, but we accommodate everybody else. So we better throwing peanuts and whatever. Like, just give me a head roll, something. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
like, girl, I'm coming.
Yep.
10 minutes.
Exactly. Them crumbs you talking about earlier. But yeah, so it's kind of like one of those things. They don't respect your time, but you can't take it personal.
Right.
You kind of still got to handle it in a business aspect and just be like, you know, I understand you late, but I can't do nothing for you.
That's the hardest thing as an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Because for me, okay, so prior to my children, you got an appointment at 2:05, I'm in the car, I'm gone.
Really?
No tolerance. Respect is due, period.
But you know that falls into the, she couldn't wait. And I think that's
and I'll tell you, no, and we'll be sitting in the car looking at you.
Oh, so you see them pull up and
Now that I have kids, my patience, I'm good now.
Right.
However, after 15 minutes, you gotta reschedule. I don't care if I have anything to do or not. It's about respect for me.
But you earn that right too, though, because you're as good as you are. Now, if you were
I worked hard to get to the point where, you know, I have a limited schedule. I can only work on some days. But when I'm there, I work hard.
Right.
Yeah. Nobody is ever looking for me. You ain't trying to see where your stylist is. That's not me.
Right.
You know, I'm there. I'm on. Respect me enough to be. All I ask, I'm a military child, so being on time is crazy for me.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Now we see the foundation on that.
So that right there, like, and I understand that thing. You do have certain clients that you know, okay, for real, she's late this time.
Right.
Something came up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then she ain't never on time. So now what it was, I used to do a $5 additional fee.
Nothing.
Now it's like, let me get them $15 and I'm gonna reschedule you for another day.
Wow.
And I think that, but you have to do that because nowadays, hair and makeup, it is so disrespected. You are always on their time. Even though I want to look like Beyonce, I still don't want to pay you that money. I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna get there when I get there, but get me right. So you gotta put it on and you gotta be really, nice and nasty about it, but you gotta eat.
Do you feel like I lost that customer? Or do you know she or he will be back? Or do you even care as a stylist or a makeup
Pretty sure
artist
you got
or
it.
even
I do care.
a stylist.
I do. And I'm going to be honest, I'm blessed to where I don't feel like it's only been a few times where I feel like, I lost one.
Right.
Most of the time, discernment is real. So
yes, it is.
Oh yeah.
I don't really have a lot of that. I think it might be harder with makeup though.
Right.
Because they just, because when people even, right, because everybody they want to look like Beyonce and they don't respect nobody's time.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think they think, oh, she can beat my face, give me 15 minutes. No, that takes time. But losing them, no, because I'm going to get back what I need to
Right.
know. Because I operate from a genuine space. I don't do nothing. I do nothing for money.
Right.
You're gonna
right.
respect my craft, but I do nothing for money.
Do you? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm good because I was just listening to you speak, and I just want to know, is there versatility in you guys' clients as far as male and female?
So let me piggyback on the last question. So even though they offer a physical service, hair and makeup, my service is a little bit more intangible.
Right.
So I do more so consultations when clients book, and they have fittings where they have to come try on clothing for photo shoots and events. So my days are set up by appointments as well. So
That's
if
time.
I have fittings and consultations, they're behind one another. So if you're 30 minutes late,
Right.
my 3 o'clock shouldn't have to wait 30 minutes because you're running behind. I put 30 minutes in between each client for additional, had to go get some gas, or
Right.
the babysitter was late, or things like that. However, communicate, because if you're not there within 10 minutes, I call or text you. In 15 minutes, you get a text and an email to let me know your consultation fitting has been canceled. It is a $50 rescheduling fee.
Wow.
And I will contact you when it's time for me to reschedule based on my availability.
I'm with it.
I like the power of that.
It hits home when money is involved. If there's a tangible thing that's involved with your service,
Right.
you just took my $50.
Right.
I'm slick mad because you took my money. But then again, if you are a conscious person, you say, you know what? He or she deserves it.
Yeah,
Right.
that's right.
Because I
Right.
messed up your time.
Right.
Right.
And that leads me to my next question. Did pandemic help or hurt? And the only reason I ask that question is because did pandemic help for time and these other little websites that are up, because you can now book instead of you walking in saying, hey, I'm next, or calling. I don't have to talk to you.
Right.
And I can charge you a fee.
Right.
But you all are in that industry, so did pandemic help? I know it hurt the business. I felt that with myself.
It hurt the business for me, but it didn't. It hurt the business because we were shut down.
Right.
Oh, it helped tremendously. People are now more compassionate, more considerate. I have never experienced clients who actually care now. They get it.
You never experienced
Never. And
Wow.
I'm 41. I will be 42 in July. I've been doing hair 23 plus years, and I'm saying that for a reason, because a lot of us don't make it this long.
Right.
I have never, like now, they're like, I'm running behind. I gotta reschedule. You think they did that? Well, for me, they didn't do that before, but we've been desensitized during the pandemic, but we've also, to me, we have more compassion, because now they'll be like, something came up.
Yeah.
Like, I can't make it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna send you money anyway. I didn't get any of that prior to. Every now and then you got your good clients. They'll hook you up, they look out. But now it's more of the majority.
They had PPP money, so they can shoot you.
Basically, I appreciate it. I do
They had some
appreciate
extra
it.
coins.
They had some extra coins.
Right.
Brandi, what you thinking? I mean, did pandemic help or did it hurt? Business wise, and as far as like clients, increase in clients or money or scheduling or things of that nature.
So I pretty much had myself set up on a website, bookings, like all that stuff.
Okay.
Because I don't like to talk with people. I mean, I do like to
No,
talk.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
As
But
less communication as possible.
exactly, like
Right.
click and book, show up. There you go.
Right.
So for me, the pandemic helped. It hurt because no, it didn't really hurt. I'm a saver, so I was kind of like, I was just like, hey, what else? What else? Everybody closed.
Okay.
So what's up? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it helped me on a personal level because I'm a workaholic. Like, even my friend will tell you, I'm gonna go to work. She's like, you need to take a break. You need to take. I'm like, nah, I gotta get it grind. It grinds. Gotta get this money. Gotta get this money.
Right.
But it made me sit down.
Right.
I always wanted to spend more time with my child. I got to do that every day.
Right.
And it gave me a chance to push my cosmetics. Gave me a chance to set up more stuff online.
Right.
I didn't have time to do that. Because I literally would stay in the shop probably like 7, 8 o'clock. And I knew better.
Right.
But it was just kind of like one of those things, okay, you ain't got no choice but to shut down. You know what I mean? And people were still trying to come. Hey, I give you $20. You don't give me $20, lose my license.
Okay.
We're not doing that.
And
Right.
they catch COVID.
And catch COVID, yeah.
So
You don't even
sick.
care. Right? But like Tamekia said, people have become more compassionate.
Right.
You know, they're gonna let you know when they see it. They're gonna let you know, hey, I got some people, like your regulars will let you know, hey, I'm not gonna be able to make it, but I'm gonna pay you anyway. You know what I mean? That type of thing.
Wow.
So yeah, it's people out there like that. I want to know people too, because I know if I'm gonna be like,
Right.
girl, I ain't coming, but he gonna get money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
I'm gonna compensate you for your time.
Right.
I am big on that.
Yeah.
I am big on
But you'd be surprised. People don't. You have those that know, and then you have those that genuinely don't. Like I have a client. She never tipped me, and I've been doing her hair for 20 years.
Wow.
So we were sitting around having a conversation, and another client was like, "You don't tip." I didn't say anything. I was quiet. She was like, shame. She was like, mm-mm. Ever since then, she tipped. I used to have to put a sign up every single spring and fall and winter. If you got a cold, sinuses, allergies, sniffles, reschedule.
Right.
But ever since the pandemic, I don't have to do that.
So they already know consciously, like,
Yes, but that was prior to. They would still come. I'm talking about snot,
yeah.
fever, everything. But just do this real quick. No.
Yeah.
But ever since the pandemic, like things have really changed for the good.
Right. Brandon, do you feel like pandemic helped or hurt, like from the styling perspective and your booking of clients as well?
So just like Brandi, I mean, I have a booking site, so it's information, click, book. I'm not big on phones either. I mean, if you want to set up a phone consultation, it's fine. However, phone consultation is still a fee because it's still time I have to set aside out of the day to have a conversation with you and answer questions.
And people don't think that. They think because you're on the phone, it's free. A lot of people. A lot. Because I'm not
Let me just ask you this question real quick.
Right.
Okay, then let me ask you this. Hey, I gotta go. You
Right.
still talking. It's we're in a
So
consultation.
it's a consultation. So you have an hour, it's $50. And then if you book a service, I take the $50 off the service so it doesn't go to waste.
oh,
I think one thing about people is the more educated you are, and I'm not talking about degrees or anything, but the more educated you are about things, and that's one reason why we have this panel together to kind of get a really, really good look into what you all see. But the more conscious you are about somebody's time, their occupation, and the things that they can do for you, is like Tamekia said, hey, I'll just give you some money just for the hell of it. Because like, I know I'm going to need you one day, and I'm big on that. I'm going to need you one day. I don't know how, when, what, and for what, but when I need you, so even when the barber situation, I owned a barbershop for 14 years, never cut hair a day in my life. I just wanted to see these young Black guys give them a platform and say, hey, you know what? This is it. And before pandemic, it was first come, first serve. People walk in and you'll have 8, 9, 10 people just waiting. All kind of COVID in the air. We didn't know what it was. Sniffles, sneezing, everything. But now you turn that into, now they have booking sites. And one thing I ask guys in Warner Robins, you have 6 barbershops within 1 mile. I asked this question about 12 years ago. Can everybody just sit in a barbershop together? Nah, Jay, that can't happen because he's hungry, he's greedy, he wants this person when they walk in. I guarantee you it'll work now. One room, one light, one cable, one insurance. Because now you have to book every single time you walk in, and it's a rotation. And I promise you, and I'll say this on camera, a lot of black guys didn't understand that because look, I'm greedy, I want it.
We talked about
I
it
can cut
years
hair
ago.
I can cut hair in 30 minutes and I'm done. But if I schedule you, you're counting your money before you leave the day.
Exactly.
People don't understand that. So, but yeah, the barbering thing, yeah, like it helps for me, especially if you have kids.
Yeah.
You know, so like I'm booking one behind the other. I know how long I'm gonna be there. I just hate the late factor. If you have somebody, schedule me accordingly. I got a lot of stuff to do.
Right.
A lot. I have
don't have
kids.
nothing to do. I don't want to wait. No, don't waste my time.
Right.
But pandemic helped my business on a standpoint of I would sometimes take on clients trying to fit them into my calendar and still deliver the same service, which a service that may take 2 weeks, I'm trying to do it in one. And I always rose to the occasion. However, thank God, through prayer. However, but the stress of that does not always equate to the money that I did get from it. So even with pandemic, I didn't do a whole lot of photo shoots because makeup, hair, photography sessions studio was shut down. But I did a lot of personal shopping because in pandemic you still had a lot of people working out in home and dieting. So I had a lot of clients who lost weight and they needed to prevent their wardrobe. You still had people doing outdoor celebrations and they still needed wardrobe styling for their birthday or anniversary, or if they had to do a wedding outdoors and just limit the guests. So I still was maneuvering through pandemic, but a lot of those were just dropout services. I wasn't doing a whole lot in person. You send me your clothing, I'm ordering it. We may do a quick fitting. After that, you just come by, you can pick it up, or I can drop it off to you.
Okay.
But it did allow me the time to sit back and say, okay, let's make some adjustments to some services. If I'm unavailable, I'm unavailable. I'm happy to work with you in the future, but I'm not going to have a client book with me and then someone else contacts me and I'm trying to fit you in. I'm taking time away from this other client who's already booked. It's not fair to them.
That makes sense.
Makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah. Because now you have a new evolution on how you can run your business.
Right.
Now, even though through some people's eyes it's like standpoint of like opposition, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But it's good that you guys have not only navigated through that, but evolved from that. Now, speaking of the evolution, have you guys seen any type of evolution within your genre or within your field? Whether it's from style, because I mean, most people aren't wearing the Steve Harvey suit now. Now they're more tailored.
Oh, yeah.
So it's definitely evolution as far as, the show being Culture and Kicks. So, the new trend now, and this is coming from the sports arena of the suits with the sneakers, whether it's designer or Jordan or Nike or just those limited edition shoes, and they're celebrities so they can get their hands on them. You have the tailored taper look. You have the oversized look, which is now starting to come back. You have the bold colors, the bold prints. So fashion is evolutionary, from the locker room to a music video to digital media.
Right.
So
Yeah, I think Instagram, of course, with social media, period, TikTok too, plays a huge role, and it gives you a visual of what people are doing, not just in your area.
Yeah.
For sure. And I think people just take that and they just want to make it broader, make it their own.
Yeah, because I love the sneaker and suit.
Yeah.
Oh, we was doing that back.
Definitely.
Like long time.
Tamekia, evolution of hair. So now I look at the evolution of hair as you went from, not you in particular, but it is, I get my hair done every week or every other week, to now you pulling off a whole head. And I'm trying to figure out, whoa.
That's
So-
an evolution.
So I'm walking into, a guy may walk into, his wife's wig room or closet, and it's like, baby, you got a new style for each day, and it's like, baby, you got a whole head on, and I'm like, you're not going to the hairdresser? No, I'm just going.
How
does that work? Because it went from regular hair to extensions to weave to wigs to
units. Well,
That's what units is a wig.
okay, units is a wig. Okay.
Yeah. That is the evolution because that's what it is. This wig's taking over, baby, but you got to get in where you fit in because they're taking over. And I'm a person I like wigs too, but
does it make your work less? Like, is it an easier process?
That's the thing that you don't understand. It takes more money and time. So I'm like, if that's what you want, let's go. However, you do know there's costs. So the wigs are easier for the client per se, meaning you put it on, I put it on, I cut, so I do the hard work. However, that work or that style does not last as maybe a regular traditional sewing would last. Because if you're a sweater, hot flashes.
Okay, hold on. What's a sew-in? Break it down.
Okay, a sew-in is where
sewing
is where you may braid your natural hair down and you sew the tracks on top of that.
Okay.
So, but you normally leave out your real hair. You have a sew-in with a closure, which is a topical piece that is full of lace, whistles, all of that, but it looks like scalp. You can have a sew-in with the closure. What's popping right now are the wigs, which is a whole thing.
So what happens to the hair underneath?
It's braided down. You braid underneath, you braid that down. You protect it with a cap. Put the wig on and we're going to slick you down and give you that little baby hair right now.
So this is when you see this perfect edge right here.
Yeah, sometimes it look like a screen door with a perfect edge.
Not a screen door.
I have seen that.
You can tell a lot. Like the wigs now, it's such a, it's all jokes, but it's such a, it's real serious now. It's real serious, but they're more convenient, but they are not as cost efficient as you think, and they do take a little bit more time. Meaning you have to return more often, which is fine with me because it's more money in my pocket.
Investment, then you have the maintenance.
Right,
of the wig.
and what happens is most people are like, okay, it's a little bit too much because, like I said, if you sweat, if you have oily skin, hot flashes, you can't wear your lace wig because it's going to start lifting. So now what you used to be able to do for 2-3 weeks, you got to come back weekly.
So when they do the maintenance on the wig, do you take the whole head off and redo the wig?
It's
Well,
the
the hair,
wig, the unit.
You take the unit off? I mean, you know, it's like...
I do.
So they just leave it with you and go...
I got some clients that have a couple of units.
It's like a dry
3 or 4. It is though. Really. It is because she's like, I'm gonna dry this one off and I need you to shampoo that one.
So
and I'm
you
gonna
really
pick
need
this
a
one
window
up.
and drop
It's a
it.
dry cleaning.
I cannot. That's
See,
more
you don't
business.
need to know all of this. You
So
just need
listen.
to know how we come to you. So you don't need to know all of
That's
that.
what we kicked in the culture about the wig and the hair.
Yes.
I don't get it. I just see the after.
That's right. You just see, y'all don't know what it takes because I really do have a lot of clients that drop their wigs off, meaning in rotation.
You drop your hair.
Yes. I need you
What
to
do you-
get my straight
what do you
girl.
do in-
I got my
what do you-
curly girl,
let's
and
get it.
I'm telling you, I got wig
What do
heads
you do in
everywhere.
the interim? They have multiple wigs. I hope.
Yes, so she
Or they
might
have
have,
some hair.
yes, like you can't, if you're a wig wearer, you can't
Just
go
use
off
one
one.
wig.
No.
You gotta have multiple.
You
guys.
need at least, I'm saying 3, but whatever. Because you dropping one off.
Damn.
You might have a straight one, you might have a blonde one, you might have a curly one, you might have one with a bang.
Nah,
You
but
might,
I
so
didn't know.
this weekend I might
Learn something
want a
every
bang.
So
So
how
I'm
do you
gonna bring
find
my
time?
hair.
So how do you find time to make sure the wig is okay and you have regular clients
Now
also?
that it for me, that is I do have a very large steady clientele. So I always tell my clients, y'all give me a week. And a week is a long time. But for that's what works for me. Because I literally have to, when you come, it's like, this is Tracy's wig, Rebecca's wig, Stacy's wig. And then
So
you're
do
up
you
under
have
the
time?
dryer.
Do you have time to do wigs and your regular clients also?
I make time. I have that's why I take a week.
That's a whole new source of
It
income.
is.
Oh,
It totally is. So on Mondays when I'm closed,
Yeah, we may need to get into some
shampoo
wigs.
wigs.
Wig drop off service.
Like
We
drop
gonna start
wigs.
getting off wigs.
But regardless if you do the service, you still need a hairstylist who can manage
Absolutely,
it and do that
underneath.
maintenance.
That's a third part of verify.
Right.
I just get to be the face.
Yeah, we can outsource that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this.
Now,
I guarantee you, if a man came out, it's like Victoria's Secret, man created panties, underwear.
Right.
He just took off. If a man said he was doing this with a wig, I guarantee you it will go.
Absolutely.
but do you have men clients with wigs?
I don't.
Or, okay.
I don't.
You don't? Okay.
Mm-mm.
Brandi, do you have men clients?
For makeup?
For
With
makeup?
grooms? Yeah.
You do?
Well,
She
and what's it
does.
called? It's called
He named it.
It's
I
called
don't make
male grooming services.
Male
So
grooming
when
services.
I do photo shoots, because I do have a bald head, I do have makeup services where Brandi has to dust the top of my head as well as put makeup application on my face. So when you get your pictures back, you're not paying additional money per image for editing because that gets very costly.
So, Brandon, even with what we're talking about evolution, one of the things that I looked at was the eyelash.
Mm-hmm.
When did these women start doing the butterfly? Because I'm trying to figure this out. I mean,
Now, I've
it was
seen.
natural. It was regular. I know my mom used to be in the mirror with
Yeah.
her white pumps, her little mom jeans, and a nice shirt that was cut low with the jerry curl, and she put that makeup on, and whoop, eyelashes. When did that become a thing? And how did you get into it though?
So okay, you got two different kinds. You got the strips when you just take off and you see laying on the dashboard. Then you got the lash extensions. You might see a few of them everywhere, somewhere.
So did the strips come before?
The
Is that
strips been out.
premature?
They've been out. They've been out.
Okay.
Right.
So
And then
which
you
is
start.
which is better, the lash extensions or the strip? Or
When
does it matter?
When you get your makeup done, you need strips because it just look better.
Okay.
But for everyday look,
Yes.
you know, you want the lash extensions.
How long do your extensions last?
You gotta get a filling every 2 weeks. You get a filling every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks, or you get a new set every month.
You
So
come
it's
play
in
with
re-
my eyes every 2
And I
weeks.
do.
That's right.
Me and my friend Ashley Underwood, y'all come see us at Deluxe. So,
Right there, Chris, what you saying?
382 Cherry Street, Suite A.
Shout
Let
out.
it be known.
Yeah, please let it be known.
So so then rotation
Georgia.
like that, Macon, Georgia.
Right.
Get into it. But they in heavy rotation every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every month. Sometimes people have to come every week
Really?
with them VIP appointments because they just don't know how to handle it. But the girls can't, like hair. You gonna be looking like what you call it, Ashley, a moon face? Yeah, something without the lashes.
Right.
So that's a part of the woman. The lashes.
What made it? Who or how? What person made? Because in the black community.
Can you really put it to one particular person?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
You can?
Us. Hello.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But-
the
but-
culture itself. The culture itself.
Yeah. So what person that they saw on television or runway or red carpet that said, "Wow, her lash, she has extensions," and then it just went to the culture and it was like, all right, now all the girls are getting it. Because I'm gonna tell you, guys, we don't understand it.
Well,
Now,
I
what-
don't know. I would say we don't understand it because do you like lashes?
Well, I
Yes or no?
yeah,
Okay, all right, cool.
So-
Brandi.
I understand it, but the thing is like it had to be this person to say, you know what, I want what she has. Like with hair, I tell you, me and you joke about Love and Hip Hop. It's like I see it now. I'm like, okay, well, Love and Hip Hop did this, and you went from wigs, extensions to whole heads. But we're talking about lash extension. I mean, was there a person, was there a thing, was there an event, and you guys saw it in New York, LA, Miami, Chicago, boom. Or did you go to an event and say, you know what, they're doing this here. I'm in Georgia. Let me bring this back.
No, so it wasn't actually a person because you can't really tell on TV whether somebody got lash extensions
Right.
or strip lashes. You can't tell because they're doing real bead, they're doing natural. It's all sizes. And sometimes they can kind of look alike, but it's kind of like one of those things. I go see somebody, I'm like, who did your hair? Tamekia? Oh, okay, well, I want that. Take a picture. Tamekia, what is this? I want this. So it's kind of like that with lash extensions. Like, okay, I want this. So what I was doing, because in the middle Georgia area, nobody was doing lash extensions. So I would drive to Atlanta to get what I wanted. And what I wanted was this. So I would keep driving, like, yeah, this is just getting out of hand.
Right.
Let me take a lash extension course because ain't nobody doing it.
Gas, time,
And
there.
money. So I'm just like, the girls are not into this yet. So let me jump on this bandwagon. So I took the class. I learned what I wanted to do because it wasn't here.
Right.
And then I taught probably like, gotta be close to 400 people.
You talking 400 people?
Yeah, lash extensions.
So not only you teach a class, you own the business, and you make sure that it's done right to perfection.
Yeah, but when you leave, that ain't my problem.
That's dope.
You gotta figure out if you gonna run with it.
Right.
And I can tell you probably 25% of the people are gonna run with it and do it, right? So then my friend learned how to do it, so I ain't have to drive to Atlanta.
Right.
So now we booming, we stay booked because of that.
Right.
So we brought it to me.
I mean, that's fine.
I don't want to say
Let it be known.
because it
Right.
started. Now she teaching, I'm teaching. We both doing the same thing, and the girls are wearing the extensions.
I think, like what people don't understand is, when we say culture, we're talking about the culture, but of course we have this black panel. It's a niche environment. You created a niche where you jumped into that niche and you brought it here. Now it goes from niche to this big. What you do, I mean, like I know you have people knocking down your door, but your door is closed right about now. I don't have enough time to get to you because I have kids, I got a life. But then again, you're talking about a whole new segment that I didn't even think about. I mean, not only with the person sitting in the chair, but let me drop my wig off. That's a whole new business. I mean, Brandi, you're talking about, hey, I got this service where I can make you look good because you don't know how to dress. Well, I know how to dress, but then again, I don't have time to dress.
Right.
So you have a multitude of clients that are saying, hey, I need to get with him because his brain is not like mine. And I just need for you to put something out. Like I love the way Kevin Hart dresses. I mean, I think he's the new age Diddy for me. I like Diddy when he was wearing jogging suits and he wears suits. Kevin Hart is the same way right about now. So, somebody lays something down and he says, hey, all right, I'll rock that. But someone picked it out for him. Not that he didn't know how to do it, but it's like, here you go. So, and I know you all have a lot of influence, or I would ask that question. Do you think you have a lot of influence when people come to you? I don't know how my hair wants to be. I don't know how I want to dress. I don't know what lash extension I need. Do I need 2 inches, 3 inches, 6 inches? I don't know.
You got nobody have no 6
well,
inch
you got
lash.
a big face. You need some inches. So
6 inch what?
6 inch lashes.
Oh, they go up to 24,
I was
baby.
say, like,
25.
What food is what?
No, I'm calling. Wait, so
The girls.
So you got 6 inch lashes?
Oh well.
They go. Baby.
What's the regular lashes?
Yeah, what's
like
a common?
I
What's
say
yours?
between mine are 17
Inches?
17 inches? Oh no, not inches.
Not in.
Now you know. But
What's a good
the
length?
the
Oh,
length,
talking about
a
the
good
length.
length is like 13 to 16. That's the normal.
Now, when you say length is going from left to right or coming
Out.
Okay.
Coming out.
Okay.
So like let's say the girls wear glasses. Do you wear glasses every day or just to read? Do you need to see the leaves? So if you do that, then you get 13s and below. Because you don't want to be smashed up. Right?
Yeah,
Do you tell this to people? Do clients?
Well, of course you got to be transparent about that.
Because what I'm saying, though, like the average person when they walk in, they're like, you don't know what you want. He's like,
Well, that's why she's educated.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's dope.
Yeah. It's
Because a lot of
wonderful.
people won't tell people that.
They won't. And they'll just
You just
Put on
you
whatever,
put 15
do
on them
whatever.
and you wear glasses. Now your lashes.
you
You
sit right here.
say when they were on the porch at Bad Boys Studio, he was like, "You today? I can't see my face." You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, but as far as the influence, do you influence people? Oh, you smiling about that? It got to be something.
She knows she
Don't,
does.
but don't be modest. I mean,
No,
one
hold
thing-
on. No, let
humbly arrogant.
let her answer.
Oh, I love that.
Humbly arrogant.
Wait a minute.
Are you humbly arrogant?
I am.
Oh, we already know you are.
It does not,
You're
listen,
arrogant.
It does not get any better.
Right.
And when I have
But your
clients
service is impeccable.
who may
Right.
come to me and use someone else and they do not get the same level of service and then they come back to me, that is my aha moment.
It is.
Because I'm like, you could have stayed where
Where
you
you
were
were.
and received the service
Because you gotta get it.
and pay the amount to
Right.
look this way versus use someone else who may be cheaper and does not deliver the same quality of service that I do. So now you have a product that you don't like and you're spending twice as much money because now you got to come in and work with me.
Mm-hmm.
And you charge them twice.
Right. However, I work with top vendors. So Brandi is one of my preferred makeup artists. A lot of my clients, as far as with photo shoots, when they book, it includes styling, their budget for their wardrobe, their photo session, as well as their makeup. I book everybody. Hair is not included because it's not a set price you can put on hair. And as the lady said, you have people who do units, wigs. You may be natural. You may have locks. So I just tell them to outsource and use their own personal hairstyles. If not, I can refer them out too. So
everybody still makes money.
right. But I have a team. I already know if Brandi doing makeup, I ain't got to get in the studio and be like, okay, makeup don't match her neck. And them lash light they about to jump out her face. But
Yeah.
the blending
Yeah.
is not on point. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I have her in a custom gown or whatever she's wearing for her photo shoot, but if that makeup and that hair is not on point,
Right.
what I've done doesn't even matter.
And that goes back to what we were talking about, like your hair is actually a part of your outfit.
Right.
You know,
Every day.
And even your lashes and your makeup. So
I
all
got-
that is all encompassing.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
got one.
What?
Is hair more important than makeup, or is makeup more important than hair, or is what you wear more important than everything?
They all have the same
It's all the
percentage.
same.
Yeah.
It's an
But
entire
I'm gonna
look.
tell you that I think makeup has now superseded.
Hair.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm agreeing with you, and I know you brought it in making, so you're humble area. We just gonna call you that right now.
I love
But
that.
like,
I'm gonna put that on a shirt.
the thing of it is, I already got to be.
I can't stand you.
For a man that loves women and how women look, period. You know, what you like. But if you have a nice face, that hair can be kind of ugly. And that wardrobe may not be the best. Walking through Publix
Right.
or Walmart, wherever you shop,
Right.
a man will see through that and say, you know what? That hair can be fixed. That wardrobe can be fixed.
You'll see the potential.
That's
in
true.
it.
But if your hair is nice and your face is ugly and your clothes are ugly, a lot of us
Right.
can't see through that.
That's true. Like now
that's
it's the
no-
total package.
Right.
Now it's
Yeah, it really
it
is.
used to be just hair.
Right.
And it used to not be makeup because, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
The black one was like, I wear makeup, but I don't wear makeup. So when you do it, like do it, but don't do it. But like I don't want a lot, but put a lot, but make me look good, but I don't wear a lot of that. Now,
Yeah.
beat my face to the God and I spend money on my face.
To go nowhere.
To go
To
nowhere.
take some
To
pictures.
come back next
Right.
week and do it again.
Or tomorrow.
Because I'm going to get
Yeah.
something to eat, and
Yeah.
I'm like makeup has taken over. So
Yeah.
now the hair was always there,
Right.
but now the makeup has come through,
Mhm.
and we ain't not even talking about clothes. Like Brandon just has an eye. I don't know. I don't like some of that stuff. I'll be like, dog. Like how did you go there? But I say that to say as Black people,
Well, thank you.
it's about what we do and how we
Right.
live and how we step out.
Right.
And for me, you know, like some people, it's just effortless. Like I remember growing up and seeing some friends, and it's like, dog, how did you put that together from your hair to your makeup to whatever? It's about who we are. That's why I'm still so on how you step out is just a representation of
Yeah.
yourself. Like it's okay to take a few moments from head to toe. It's
Right.
okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you think
Yeah.
you're better than nobody or I'm cute or I got some money or whatever. We can do the high and we can do the low. Just take time to do you, to look good and represent yourself in the best way.
But I think as a culture, we've always been raised to, you always have yourself put together when you step outside
Right.
the door.
Exactly.
Because you're a representation of your parents or your grandparents of your family.
Right.
So that's always cognitive. Now, because of this social media era and celebrity, everybody want to be a celebrity. Celebrities have to be put together. They got hair, makeup, wardrobe teams because they got paparazzi. Everybody's taking pictures of them. People who want to be like celebrities, or you have your local celebrities you would call in different various areas, it's the same thing for them. So when they step out, hair done, they come to Brandi to get up makeup, and they go into the grocery store and run some errands that day, and that's it. They probably do a little TikTok video, put something on their story because they cute.
Right.
That's it.
Really?
That's it.
That's it.
And I don't know if that came from the pandemic or prior to the pandemic, but the total package has become a thing on a regular basis. Not just is the black tie event or whatever. Like, I'm talking about my face gotta be beat, my outfit has to be on point, it has to be done. It's now more on a regular basis.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about Holy Grail. We're gonna go around the panel and just see exactly. And Holy Grail is a sneaker or a shoe. It can be a heel, it can be anything that's in your mindset that you want it or have, or even want to have, that you feel at some point is probably not attainable. Well, you probably got to get caught. So, Brandi, what's that Holy Grail?
Well, there's no sneaker or anything that I want, but when I was in middle school, when the Melissas dropped, they would clear.
The Melissas?
The Melissas, they would clear. You could see the sock.
That was a trend, though.
You know what I'm saying? They was at Journeys, and my mama got me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
The
They was clear. They look like
The
jelly tissue.
Yes.
They came out during the summer or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
So my mama got me all the colors, so I went back to school stepping because the girls didn't have what I had.
Yeah, they had a glitter sparkle.
Yeah, they had everything, you
And
know.
they're still wearing with socks.
You wear them with socks, that was part of the dress code.
Jesus.
So
Yeah.
those were my steppers because the girls didn't have them, but I did.
The
I had
Melissas.
all the Melissas.
Do you
Wow.
when you do lashes? Do you do lashes in sneakers or heels or just what's comfortable to you?
Heels,
I'm asking.
tennis, sneakers.
Because
Sneakers.
And you need a good pair. You need a good pair because you're on your feet. You're
Yeah.
moving. Because all the stuff that you do, you're on your feet and you're moving.
Right.
And you're gonna get glue on them, makeup. So you don't need nothing fancy.
Gotcha.
But you need something cute, like some. I think they call it 270s. I
Yeah.
think that's what I.
Oh,
think.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Nike
We got
270.
those.
Mhm.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, I got they comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to still look good, but what y'all like?
No, look,
Because you just got so happy about them.
I love the Melissas.
I could just change your whole
I-
life.
she's
It
so
was.
much care about
Didn't
that.
nobody have them, but I did.
My name is-
Those were the girls.
I'm going to Google some Melissas now to see if they still make
Guru, what you got?
They
You know, now you the styling guy, so you are.
Y'all let them know they started in high school. I don't know why they think I just started dressing like it's out the womb. But I was definitely a big sneakerhead in high school. I was like the Air Max 90, Tailwind. That was my vibe. It probably was nothing I couldn't get because my cousin worked at the shoe store. They just didn't like me because I would leave before lunch to go get the new release sneakers and then come back to school and wear them.
That's
And
it.
everybody else had to wait after school was over to go get there. So,
Okay.
so yeah, I had a couple enemies in high school, but they're friends now.
All right.
What you got?
Tamika, what's that Holy Grail? Because you laughing about it.
I'm laughing because it's not necessarily the Holy Grail, but the shoe that I don't know why I just did it for me was an old Dion's. With that
With the
thick wide
strap.
That used to
I
hit.
don't know why. That
That
thing-
used to hit now.
Black one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when I saw that shoe,
I ain't white and blue pair.
Hold on, do you like Dion as a person?
I do.
Okay.
Okay.
I do.
That was
I
That was
do.
a strong dude.
Yeah.
I do. I
That
do.
correlates.
But I'm a country girl. I don't like nothing on my feet, but I was an Air Max girl.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Come on, Air Max. Yes, for the win.
Yeah. Those Deion sandals were dope back then.
They will.
Oh my goodness.
I need to re-release them.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely so.
All right. Good deal.
You only worth what you know. What would you learn to save your soul? You got a dream, now make some goals. Plant your seeds and watch it grow.
What a show. What a show, man.
What a show.
So style, beauty, grooming, hair, makeup, lashes. Man, we cover all bases.
They pull off like whole heads.
Whole heads. And leaving it off as like a dry clean.
Yeah, that's a whole new service though.
Yeah.
Like you know, like Tamekia was saying, she does hair. My thing was, how do you find time to do hair? But then again, they have a drop-off service. Somebody needs to create that. Somebody needs to create that drop-off service for wigs. If you are a stylist and you're doing hair, if you find the time to do the hair, you got to find time to drop off these wigs. So niche environment. I'm just saying.
And use a Sharpie and write your name in the inside of the cap. That way, like,
Tina's wig. Like, definitely. Never, but did you hear the part when Brandi B said something about it was the lash length if you wear glasses? I don't think people think about that.
And that's a good thing about her, like her being a professional and educating her clients on the length of the lash and also the type of lash that you can use. Whether it is, glue. I can't remember what she said, but
it was glue and all this stuff that was getting on her sneakers and stuff like that. So I'm like, I didn't know that involvement. That much involvement was into lashes and things of that nature.
It's
so
very detailed.
Yeah, and I think because we're guys, we don't look at what women go through. It's just I just want to see you look the way you look, put you on my arm, and let's go.
Let's go, man.
Definitely, and even with Brandon.
Yeah.
Brandon's style, evolution of style.
Brandon made some the way Brandon runs his business is like a machine, and it's very structured to the point where not only does he know who hit his clients, but he can understand his daily routine and the fact that he holds his clients accountable for either messing with his time or wasting their time.
I think one of the key things that we answered was that they answered for us was pandemic. How did pandemic affect your business? And I think one thing that pandemic did was if you are an unprofessional person or if you were a person that didn't believe in being on time or being somewhere, that helped you get there because you had a lot of time at home to think about it. But with these new services where you have to go online and book a hair appointment, a styling appointment, or a lash tech appointment, I'm going to take your money if you're not there.
Yeah.
And you work for your money, so that $15, $20, if it hits you enough times, you'll be on time.
Indeed it will, because once it starts messing with your pocket, then you start messing with everything else.
Exactly.
That's what you don't want. So let's get into another segment. Kick of the day.
Kick of the day, man.
Yeah. So you know what? Matter of fact, I'm going to start because I'm going to switch gears on this one.
Okay.
Let's get it. Since we had style, and I consider myself somewhat of a stylish guy.
Okay.
Somewhat.
Brand, Rabbit Man clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to go with style. My style mindset of the kick of the day.
Oh, we brought out the bag.
Yeah. Something that I think that all men should have.
Wipe the dust off.
Yes. So I think all men should have at least one white sneaker. And this is what Brandon was talking about, how you put together a suit and a sneaker. And this is the transition or the evolution of how you are styling yourself going out, whether it's a wedding or prom or whatever. So
if you would have done that about 8, maybe 10, or even 12 years ago, they would have looked at you like it's not a Nike or Jordan, an Adidas, or anything.
They would have called it a Bobo.
A Bobo. I was just thinking about it. A Bobo.
Yeah, that's what they would have called it.
Exactly.
But this is my kick of the day. So I think an all white sneaker, and these can be very cost efficient. You can get pretty much anybody.
Transcends with jeans, a nice T-shirt, that, and then also the suit with the T-shirt as well.
Yeah.
So I'm still staying on my Jordan flight piece right about now.
Okay.
I do wear those because I like the suit and I like the jogging suit as well. So, when I retired from my job, I said I wear suits, but I wear a different type of suit, which is a jogging suit. I'm sticking to that. I'm still sticking to that. But right now, I want to grab these, and we're talking retro 4, white, red, and black Jordan 4s. This shoe came out in 1989, November to be exact. Back at home in Albany, Georgia, Owen Sporting Goods. This shoe was $89. Right now it's probably $200, $220, whatever the case may be. But this shoe was the first Jordan my mom ever bought me. And I didn't want to let it go. 12, 13 years old? Yeah. So I wore it to school. I didn't want to get them dirty, but of course we didn't have a lot of money, so you know how that story goes. But when the shoe was just worn out and just dogged out to death as I was playing basketball and everything, I took the stitching from around the tongue, and my aunt could sew. So I put it on a t-shirt.
Oh!
I had a red t-shirt and a black t-shirt, and I was like, I'm not letting these patches go to waste. So definitely, man, I hold this one near and dear to my heart because this was like, with the Nike Air in the back, not the Jordan logo, but this is one of the ones that my mom got me at the age of 12, and it was crazy because she bought the shoes, the lights got turned off.
Oh.
I wore them in the dark. I was sharp as hell for one day though. But I mean, nevertheless, we got the lights turned back on. But so, Mom, I love you. I appreciate this one. They re-retroed it back again, so
yeah,
I got it again, and I worn it maybe like once or twice. But this one is a good one for me. So,
but
definitely,
that's Kick of the day.
Kick of the day.